Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. This is Andy Tuttle with the Tuttle Group at Fairway Mortgage. Here's the weekly market update. We do this every week just to keep you updated with what's going on in the market, how that may affect you while you're out there looking and shopping for a home. And so we hope this is helpful and valuable for you. And a couple of the things we go over and we are going to go over now is just what's been going on lately. And there's a lot, probably too much to get to in detail in this call, but there are many factors going on that are driving some volatility in the market. The Dow is continuing to try to breach that 20,000 mark. It doesn't look like it is going to reach it this week. Obviously, this week's over, but even next week and maybe even by the end of the month. Kind of maybe a good thing for it to reach that, because that may be the technical signal that caused it finally to pull back some, which it frankly needs to do. This bull has got to be getting tired, and it looks like it is. But at the end of the day, with the crude oil prices rising, and this week they had a lot of volatility there. We've got the nominations that happened with Trump and how the market is trying to digest the promises that he's making and what's going on with the nominees. It causes some volatility as well. Things going on in the EU and Korea and China, and all of these things start to play a factor with how foreign investment deals with our bonds and if they want to buy them. And in this week, that was very positive. We had a lot of positive bond auctions. So when foreign investors buy our paper, buy our bonds, that's good for bonds, and we see the yields able to lower and prices rise. And when prices rise, rates also lower. And that's what we're going to look at right now is the technicals, what's been happening. And this may affect you, and this will affect you. To give you context, if you got pre-approved before the election, at the beginning of the year, end of the year, or looking to get pre-approved right now. I know a lot of you are in that process with us, somewhere in that, and so it affects you differently. But this will give you hopefully good context for what to expect going forward. This is November 8th. This is a price chart. So the lower the price, the higher the rates. We saw it fall off a cliff, and rates rose from the mid-threes range to the mid-fours range in 5 weeks. Biggest rise in the 15 years I've been in business in that short of a time period. But we've seen a nice rally since that time because of some auctions, some unrest, global unrest in certain areas, and just some natural technical signals that trigger, that cause the bonds prices to improve. So we've seen some good rally lately, and we are in a good trading range. Rates have come back almost a half a point, so you're in the low fours range now. Reality, there's ways to get it under 4 and all that fun stuff, but generally speaking, that's where you're going to be. What we're going to see now is this low line here, and this high line is going to start to be our new trading range. And I do expect that over the next couple of weeks, we have a really good chance, depending on what the Fed says next week. There's some announcements coming out there and how that economic calendar looks. Next week's also the sample week for the jobs report. So depending on how those jobless claims come in, they were a little off this week in a bad way. So all of those things may help bonds. And we could see a rally on a short week next week because Martin Luther King Day means the market's closed. So we'll be watching that carefully. But here's what that means for you. You're going to be in about a half a point range if you're getting pre-approved right now. So that means rates could be improved by a little over a quarter point, or they may get worse by a quarter a point by the time you buy and get a contract on a house. So for most of you, that could mean anywhere from $15 to $35 a month on your payment. It's not going to break the bank, but it is something that you need to know about. So if you've been with us and we haven't connected since you got pre-approved and it was before the election, definitely make sure you reach out to us. Or if you're getting this on the blog, if you're curious about that stuff, we'd love to talk to you about getting you pre-approved, updating that, and showing you what that's like. If you've been pre-approved since December, really between the end of December and the beginning of January with us, you may just want to call us and say, hey, how much better are the rates if you're really trying to purchase at the top of your range? It may give you some good confidence if you're trying to make an offer this weekend. And we are here for you. If you've got questions, we're just a phone call away. You can reply to this email, or you can give us a call at the main number, and we're here to help. So thank you so much for your trust. We appreciate you, and happy hunting. Have a great weekend.